Alright, so here we go, guys. I had been saying that I was going to do a little bit of a video review on the Scorpion Evo 3S1. And sorry it's taking me a minute. Said I was going to do it last week. Been busy, back to work and all that fun stuff. So here we go. I've been in the market for a subgun for a minute. There's a lot of different options out there, as I'm sure all of you know. You know, SIG, Chris Vector, all of that. I was really looking for something that was going to be dependable, that was going to be reliable, that I didn't have to worry about it being picky with ammo, because you know you never know. Sometimes you can't afford to get the high class ammo. I wanted something that was going to shoot whatever I put into it, and this thing has done that for me so far. I've actually gotten some of the worst ammo you can get. Everybody knows about the Winchester ammo, the stuff that comes in the little plain cardboard box, super cheap. This thing chews it up, no problem. So, I'm going to start off with the stats on this thing, right? So, it's got a 7 3/4 inch barrel on it. Makes it quite short, which is fantastic. This thing is great because you can literally stuff it into any nook or cranny that you want to, and it stays pretty compact and hidden, which is part of the goal of our subguns, right? Safety on this thing, ambidextrous safety. You can see both sides. Really neat. So this is really helpful if you have, if you're a left-handed shooter, or somebody that you know that's going to be running the gun is left-handed. They can run it same as a right-handed person can, pretty much, without any issue. Same goes for the charging handle on this. If we look here, the charging handle is going to be located on the left side. Now, you can take this apart and move this charging handle over to the other side of the gun. Again, making this truly ambidextrous. I was actually talking to the guy that I was talking to at the store when I purchased this particular pistol, and he says that he has a charging handle on the left and right sides simultaneously. So no matter what situation you're in, you'll be able to get another round into the chamber, clear the chamber, which is super helpful. This, of course, does run 9mm. 9mm rounds right here. I value that greatly. As a guy that likes to go out shooting as often as I can, and I don't have a huge budget to do so, having a variety of ammo to take to the range can really put a damper on your range day. You know, instead of being able to only take, 50 rounds of this and 50 rounds of that, and trying to get all your guns shot and get your training done in that period of time with limited ammo is not easy, and it's not a lot of fun. But this being 9mm means that I can buy a box of ammo and take this as well as one of my Glocks. I shoot Glock 9mm religiously. Again, same reasons as I went with this. These things, reliable, accurate, fantastic. Anyways, back to the Scorpion. It shoots a 9mm round. They come standard in the box. You're going to get two of these, two 20-round mags. This is the standard magazine from the manufacturer. And I feel, honestly, after running it for a solid day at the range, I would say that 20 rounds is perfectly fine. It keeps it small, it keeps it tight, the package is great, and I don't see a need to add 30-round mags to my collection for this. I may pick up like one or two in the future, but as of right now, I've got an order coming in right now from Cheaper Than Dirt, actually. They had the 20-rounders, I think they were on sale for like $22 a piece. So, mags aren't that expensive. You can go to CZ's website and get the mags for this. I believe the 20-rounders were $18 there. They weren't in stock, though, and I figured for an extra $4 a piece, I'll just order these things. I'm really excited about it, so I couldn't wait. So I took the hit, paid an extra $8 for a couple of them. We also have an interesting situation here with the sights. This is a peep sight, which is kind of cool. I don't have really that many guns with peep sights, so I was really excited to mess around with one, especially in this application. The peep sights on this are really neat, which is kind of hard to see in the video here. Again, my phone's leaned up on something right now, so I'm not pointing a gun at anybody. If anybody wanted to verify, thing is empty. On your peep sights, I don't know if you can see from this angle, you have different options for your peep. So you have a wider peep for more close-up shots, and then it actually scales down. You can flip this rear sight aperture and make it smaller and smaller. But I've left mine on the largest setting, and I've had no issues with it. None at all. Another thing I'd like to note is I do have an SB tactical brace on this. This does not come with the gun. This is going to be an additional $150 to $200 for this, but it makes it so much easier to use. As a pistol, this really does help with the stabilization of the pistol. It helps you be a little bit more accurate, give you a little bit more edge when it comes to firing this thing. And I think it's really cool because with SB Tactical, their brace is not a solid brace. It actually, if you push this button off onto the side, you can fold it off to the side. Again, this helps a lot with trying to fit this into a compact space, such as in the trunk of your vehicle, putting it into a duffel. They actually make some really neat duffels specifically for guns, and this will fit into one of those real nicely. The advantage of going with the pistol version, such as this, and getting that SB brace put on it, which I know is a couple $100 more, well worth it. This is technically concealed carryable. If you have your concealed carry permit, you can carry this in your car loaded right next to you. You can throw it in a backpack, and you can take it with you literally wherever you want to go, so long as it is legal for you to possess a firearm in that area. To me, that's huge, and that's one of the reasons I did decide to go with this. And I decided I didn't want to SBR it or a short barrel rifle register this for that reason. So it's just an advantage that you have with this setup as opposed to some other setups. Before I forget, while we're talking about sights, it does come with a sight adjustment tool. This is to raise and lower your front sight, as well as these little prongs can be put into the side of your rear sight and used to raise and lower, or not raise and lower, but move it left to right so that you can sight in. My experience on the range, though, was, I had to move my front sight a little bit, but as far as the rear sight went, the left and right was fantastic. It was really on point. The purpose of this gun, there's so many different purposes, right? Any gun can have any number of purposes. You could buy this and say you're going to use it for hunting, and you could do that. But the reason that this was built was for CQB, or close quarter battle, right? An environment where you have to clear or remove an issue in tight spaces. And this, to me, is fantastic for that. Having that short barrel on it gives less room for somebody to grab your gun, if that makes sense. It makes it easier for you to keep the gun tight, close to you. As you're rounding corners, you're not going to have a big barrel sticking out like a lot of us do with our ARs. I know that's the problem that I have with my AR. So there's a huge advantage in that, having that shorter barrel. Again, it was built to be a compact gun for security forces. It's great in the car. I'd already mentioned that previously. Perfect for in your car. And again, great to throw in a backpack and take with you to the store. You could throw it in your backpack and go to Meijer and go grocery shopping. And it's completely legal. And that's fantastic. This gun, during my time with it so far, which I'm going to be running thousands of rounds through this thing, it is accurate, but to a point. When I say it's accurate, it does what it's meant to do. Within 50 yards, I was having zero issues getting the gun up on target and hitting steel within a second or less every time. This thing is just a tack driver at those distances. As I moved out further, I found that I was having more difficulty with the smaller steel targets trying to get rounds on target every time. I'm not saying that it is entirely the gun's fault. I believe the shorter barrel is part of a hindrance in this area, but I am also going to say that I'm human and I am not the greatest person out there as far as shooting goes. I strive to be better every day, but I was having difficulty at 100 yards trying to get this thing on target consistently. The controls, as far as your safety goes, running that on the range, it felt very AR-like. So it was no issue for me to switch from an AR platform to this. I was able to switch to safety and get on target, and everything was fine. I will say though, right out of the box, your safety is going to be a little bit stiff. It takes a little bit of an effort to get that from the safe to fire mode, and you know, it's kind of worn off. You know, I've only had this thing for a couple of weeks now, and from everything that I feel like it's going to get even lighter as time goes on, and it's getting a lot smoother too. But when you first get it out of the box, I just want you to know that there is a little bit of a stiffness on that safety. I'd also like to add that the trigger pull is very, very crisp. It's a heavy trigger pull, but it is very responsive. As soon as you pull that, you can feel that shot go off, which is awesome, because when it comes to resetting the trigger on this, it's an audible click. You can hear it click, and then you're ready to fire another round. As far as this gun goes, as far as my personal views, it's fun. I mean, that's what we're all here for, right? We're here to have fun. We're here to play with these, and it's a great time. It is so much fun on the range. I really enjoyed my time with it. I know my wife, she really enjoyed it. My brother as well, he had a good time with it. All three of us were out there for about an hour messing around with this thing last week. And as far as everybody's concerned, they agreed. It was a fun gun. I believe that the controls on it are fantastic. It needs a little bit wearing in, but you know, if you're out shooting often, or even if you take it out 2 or 3 times, that's really going to wear down everything. It's going to loosen up the tolerances a little bit, and it's going to be much easier to run in the long run. The quality on this feels great. It doesn't feel cheap. You can see there's a lot of plastic on here, but it does feel like solid plastic. It feels really good. I don't feel like it's going to break if I drop it. I am going to be doing a drop test at some point to see how it holds up. But as far as the quality goes, it is very well made. The machining is well done. The rails are crisp. You don't see a bunch of the little burrs that you get sometimes in your rails from machining. Great. It's smooth. It is a very well put together gun. I recommend this 100%. I would tell anybody that's looking for a subgun that this is probably the answer that they're looking for. I know everybody's different and everybody's application is a little bit different, but in my case, this is perfect. This is what I needed to fulfill that role of a subgun for me. Now, I am going to be doing some more reviews and speaking about this as I use it. So follow me. Follow my page. Follow my Instagram at ThatGuyYosef. And I'll be posting more content related to this, as well as some other guns. I have some other things that I would like to do reviews on. Different firearms that I've used throughout the years. There's a few new ones that I would like to acquire and do some reviews on. And as always, I'm going to post little tidbits and tricks that I've learned throughout the shooting years. If you have any tips and tricks that you would like to tell me that I'm not aware of, I'm more than open to hear about them. I'm always learning every day, as each and every one of us should be. So I appreciate it, guys, and let me know what you think. What you think about this, what you think about the review. This is my first one, so if there's anything I need to do different, let me know. So you guys have a great day, and I really do appreciate you guys watching this. Thank you.